Rack your look for summer now at Nordstrom Rack and save up to 60% on brands you love. We've got them. Rag & Bone, Vince, Stuart Weitzman, Calvin Klein, Kurt Geiger London, Madewell, Steve Madden, and Adidas. Score great brands, great prices every day at Nordstrom Rack. What will you find? Breezy dresses, easy tops, designer bags and sunglasses, sandals, swim and activewear, plus updates for your family and home. Get summer's best for less, up to 60% less, today at your Nordstrom Rack store.
This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 2131, Why Eating a High-Fat Meal Before Exercise is a Bad Idea, by Jessica Spendlove of jessicaspendlove.com. And I'm Dr. Neil, your very own personal narrator. Hello and welcome back to Optimal Health Daily, where I simply read to you from the best health and fitness blogs for free. I cover fitness, nutrition, stress management, weight management, and more, just like an audiobook, but from a bunch of different authors, and always with permission from the sites, and always with a bit of my commentary at the end. And with that, let's get to today's post as we optimize your life. Why Eating a High-Fat Meal Before Exercise is a Bad Idea, by Jessica Spendlove of jessicaspendlove.com. We've all made pre-workout nutrition mistakes at some point, either eating way too much before exercising or eating something that just doesn't sit right. Cramps, nausea, indigestion, and even running to the loo ensue. It's not fun. A good pre-workout meal or snack is the key to a good training session, so it's important to know the rules. The key elements of pre-workout nutrition are largely dependent on the type of training the person is about to do, what the individual likes to eat, and what goals they have. In general, a pre-exercise meal or snack should contain some carbohydrate, protein, and fluid. If you're eating a meal before training, the purpose of this pre-workout nutrition is to prime the body to train. In order to do that, the food needs to be digested and ready to use. What we should be focusing on before a workout is fueling with carbs. The most important element for a pre-workout is carbohydrate. This is the main type of fuel that your body is going to be using during that activity. What you have also depends on when the workout is going to happen. As a general rule, eat your pre-workout snack at least an hour before exercising. The composition of a pre-workout meal is influenced by the type, duration, and intensity of training. It's also dependent on what goals we have for the session and our overall body composition goals. Resistance or weight training. Some protein will be found in most carbohydrate-rich whole foods anyway, but if it's a more resistance-based training type activity, including protein-rich foods is important as well. High-intensity interval-style training, or HIIT. For high-intensity style sessions, I recommend opting for a lower fiber source of carbohydrate, as these are easier to digest. This includes white rice, rice cakes, and potato. Long cardio training. For long cardio sessions, choose higher fiber carbs such as whole grains and legumes, and also include some protein in your pre-workout snack. For a long, steady-state cardio session, like one that lasts more than 90 minutes, I would recommend a meal or snack which has good quality, slow-release carbohydrate and some protein. This will help sustain the rate at which energy is released and not spike blood glucose levels. Short cardio training. For a steady-state aerobic session lasting around an hour, it might be beneficial for the person to go in fasted. It's important to start any workout hydrated and to replace fluids throughout. In most instances, water will suffice. Not fueling properly before training can compromise what you get out of your training session. When we don't fuel correctly, there are a few things that happen. You won't perform as well because you're fatigued and don't have enough energy. It also increases the risk of getting sick because you're putting stress on your body. Also, you can end up feeling pretty unwell. Not fueling or hydrating properly before training can also result in reduced speed, especially during repeat efforts, reduced endurance, poor concentration and decision-making, skill errors, or suboptimal body composition. This means the person may not get the most out of their session, which in turn might not improve their fitness goals to their fullest potential, be it speed, strength, or body composition. If someone is aiming to put on lean mass, not having a good pre-workout meal can compromise the changes to body composition they're trying to make. This is where fat comes in. Although healthy fats are an important part of our overall diet, eating high-fat meals or snacks before exercising can compromise your workout. Fat is a nutrient which slows digestion. The more fat in a meal, the slower the meal is digested. If you're eating a meal before training, the purpose of this pre-workout nutrition is to prime the body to train. In order to do that, the food needs to be digested and ready to use. If the pre-workout meal has not been digested, it will not provide fuel for the session. Eating meals high in fat prior to a workout is more likely to be undigested and sit in our stomach during exercise. In turn, it can also cause some uncomfortable gastrointestinal symptoms like nausea, vomiting, or diarrhea. However, if you do want to include fat in your pre-workout, whether it's avocado, nuts, peanut butter, or olive oil, make sure you allow 1.5 to 2 hours before exercising. So, what are the best foods to eat before a workout? While there's no one perfect pre-workout snack, choose food that's enjoyable, comfortable, and easy to digest. Here are some easy pre-workout meals and snacks. Greek or natural yogurt with untoasted muesli and fruit. A pre-workout smoothie containing coconut water, frozen banana, and crunchy natural peanut butter. Oats with banana, milk, and honey. Cottage cheese with tomato on whole grain crackers. Whole grain bread topped with banana and honey. Tuna with rice cakes. Or a banana with a glass of milk. You just listened to the post titled, Why Eating a High-Fat Meal Before Exercise is a Bad Idea by Jessica Spendlove of jessicaspendlove.com.
A wolf in the wild and your dog both share a hunger for meat. So we've added 20% more meat to protein-rich Blue Wilderness. Go wild with Blue Wilderness, now with 20% more meat. Tap now or visit chewy.com to purchase.
You've been stewing about a health problem you have. You almost resort to texting your group chat to get your friends' opinions, though you know you're extremely unlikely to get any quality medical advice from them. But luckily, you can find it from a doctor on ZocDoc. ZocDoc is the only free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient-reviewed, take your insurance, are available when you need them, and treat almost every condition under the sun. No more doctor roulette or scouring the internet for questionable reviews. With ZocDoc, you have a trusted guide to connect you to your favorite doctor you haven't met yet. Millions of people use ZocDoc's free app to find and book a doctor in their neighborhood who is patient-reviewed and fits their needs and schedule just right. Go to ZocDoc.com/OHD and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then, find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/OHD. ZocDoc.com/OHD. Dr. Neal here for my commentary. Today's author Jessica mentioned that when it comes to pre-workout snacks, none of them are quote-unquote perfect. Instead, the most important things to consider are finding foods that are enjoyable for you and easy to digest. Because of my profession, I'm aware of the pre-workout recommendations, down to the number of grams of each macronutrient we should be consuming. But here's the thing. My gut is very finicky. So when I tried following these very specific pre-workout guidelines, I found it did not help my workout at all. In fact, it did the opposite. For me, it was just too much food before a workout, which made me feel really awful during the workout. So, after years of experimentation, for me, it seems a banana and 1 cup of coffee 1 to 2 hours before my workout serves me best. So this is what I encourage others to do. Keep these guidelines in mind and play with them a bit to find what works best for you and your body. All right, that'll do it for today. And don't forget, I'll be back here tomorrow for the usual Friday Q&A. So I'll see you there where your optimal life awaits.